Today is a very exciting day in the Dripx world. First of all, I hit a major milestone for myself, even though it's only day 12, and we are going to talk about in today's video. And then as well, we're going to talk about some major changes, two major changes that have been made to the protocol to make things even more bullish. So with that, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified as soon as these videos are released. Make sure that you continue to leave your feedback in the comment section below, whether it's positive, negative. Always try to reply to the comments regardless, just so we can spit game and see what's going on within the community. And welcome to the channel. My name is SCrypto101, where my main mission is to help you as well as myself to build our bags. Now let's get straight into it. Like I said, today is a very exciting day for me because one of my miners are finally ended. So this was a shorter term miner that I did. That was a 8-day miner, and I believe I did it on day 3 or day 4. And we're going to be able to claim that now, and then we're going to be able to stake it. So looking at my miners here, these are my long-term ones that I have. This is the one that we're going to be claiming today. As you can see, the cost of it was $41.74, and that's just based on the current price. I believe BNB was a little bit lower when I actually purchased it for 0.1 BNB, but this is just going to adjust based off of the price for BNB. The current market value is $21.40. The ROI is negative 43%. And as you can see, this is completely ended. So it's 100% in terms of progress. All my other ones are still looking good here with a ROI of 1,416%. So looking really good on these. And I just can't wait for Viper to come out, because that's going to be super exciting that we're going to be able to take some of these early around a day 142, 143, and we're going to be able to stake them early and start getting some of those BNB payouts. Let's go ahead and get this claimable one done. Let's go ahead and claim this here, and just super excited to see how this actually works out and how everything is looking. So we're going to sign this, get our tokens. And that's the thing too with this, is there's going to be a lot of people that look at the market value and like, oh, you're already down 50+%. You know, how are you making any kind of money off of this? And my big thing is, what I've seen at least is, even with the small stake I created like a couple of days ago, I just bought some off the market, and then I created a small stake just so I could get something of the BNB payouts. So I wanted to see what it would get me. And as you can see here, the market value is currently $17.86. So I have it staked for the max amount of time. And if I come here to my payouts, what I like to see is, obviously $1.45 is not a lot. The 28-day payout is $15.91. And then our 90-day is $10.23. Now, obviously, this is probably going to go down as more people hop into the staking pools. But if more people are hopping into the staking pools, that means that other things that are positive for the ecosystem are going on, such as people buying Dripx off of the market, such as miners ending, things like that. So this is what's exciting to me, is even if, and we know these numbers are going to change, we're going based off of my value, which was right around $17, I believe. Look, $1.45 plus $15.89 plus $10.21. So I technically should ROI within 90 days. Now, that's definitely up for change, just because, like I said, this can become diluted as more people hop into the staking pools. And you're going to see more people hop in as these days get closer, because you still get paid out regardless of how long you've been in there. It's about having your Dripx staked, and then you're going to be able to get a portion of that payout cycle if you're in it before it ends. So super simple. As you can see here, I have 0.003% of the global shares. The other day it was 0.004. So as your share goes up and down, you're going to have to adjust the amount of Dripx that you have staked so that you can keep your percentage, so that you're not continuing to go down. Because once again, it's easy to become diluted because more people are going to come into the staking aspect of it, and then they're going to start receiving some of these payouts. So let's go ahead and stake this. So we have 8.1 million Dripx here in the wallet. We're going to go ahead and hit max. So that's $23.29 right now. It doesn't seem like a lot. We're going to do it for the max amount here. And as you can see, my bonuses are looking pretty good, and I'm going to stake it. Now it's telling me I have an insufficient balance. So we're going to go ahead and knock out a couple digits. All right, so we're good to go there. And this is just my strategy. I know there's going to be a lot of people who hate on the staking strategy. There's some people who don't want to stake. They just want to hold it liquid until the price starts to go up. I mean, everybody has their different strategy. I would personally rather just stake as much as possible so that I can get some of the BNB payouts. And I know people are going to say they're going to become diluted. I've covered that multiple times in this video. But my big thing is I'm trying to get the biggest amount of share I can possible. So as you can see, now I'm up at 0.007%. So I've almost doubled what my share percentage was from the previous couple of minutes ago. So now we're getting $3.34. Now we're getting $36.59. We're getting $23.52. And we didn't even cover these, but we're going to be getting the same for the 369. And for 888, we're currently at $10.45. And that's just as of today. So looking good there. And that's my strategy. So think about how much my percentage is going to be in terms of my share once some of these other miners release. Like, look how much this is. We just put in right around like this. So 7 digits. Imagine when we're putting in 11 digits of what that share percentage is going to look like, of what those staking payouts are going to look like. And that is my strategy. That's why I'm going long on this, because at this point, short-term miners, you're not going to make money off of. If you're doing 8 days, even with a full BNB, it's not going to really get you where you want to be in terms of your profit. So definitely that's just my strategy, to go long versus short. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And then of course, I'm going to continue to keep you updated with my strategy so that you can see how that plays out. So the market value right now of a 1 BNB miner, which you do have to understand, it gets harder each day. It gets more expensive to start miners. So as we keep going through these days, it's going to get more and more and more expensive for you to be able to actually create these miners. And the current ROI for a max one is 1300%. So that's where we're sitting at right now. Now the major updates, the super exciting things. So if you come over here to the Dripx.win Telegram chat, this is where you're going to stay updated with anything that you need to know within the protocol. And I have to say, Matt and Eric and everyone who is on the team makes changes super fast. Now, one day it might be this way, the next day it might be different, but I do like that they're able to adjust things on the fly based on how they're seeing things. My biggest thing is I just hope that changes aren't being made based off of just pure feedback from the chat, because not everyone is going to have a long-term mindset. Some people are going to suggest things just so that they can get their money out in terms of what can I do to make sure I get my ROI, or that me and my group get my ROI. I think the best thing that we can do and that the team can do, and I'm not on the team, but I'm just saying from my perspective, is what can we do to allow this thing to sustain the longest, and what's going to keep people bullish? There has to be a balance within those two things. Bullish, but balanced. So with that, there's some changes that were made. So the first one that is really cool is if you come here to the miner tab, and this is something that's definitely different. This number is completely different than what it used to be. So it used to be a 200 billion daily cap on Dripx. So that means that for this specific duration that you only can mint 40 billion tokens amongst everybody in the protocol. So at first it was 200 billion. So having it, not having it, but actually making it that much lower is going to make it to where it is more scarce. And the more scarcity that Dripx has, the more value it's going to have. So as you can see, there is already about, what is this, 27% of the daily cap that is already owned. And I know that there's people coming here every day getting 280-day miners and just really laddering their things out. So as we see this number go down, and it might even go down even more, that means that it's going to be more scarce, and that means it's going to be harder for people to get as much Dripx out of the system, which is always good. So hey, you got in before day 11, you got some of those large miners to where you had more ability to get it. And now after day 12, we're starting with day 12, there's only 40 billion that the community is going to be able to get in terms of 280 days. And then of course you have all your other days here. And as you can see, some of these are at 0. And then some of the shorter ones, we got 8 days at 24 billion. But this just shows you that the team is continuing to look at the protocol and see what they can do to make it more scarce for Dripx. And that's what we want to see. Another major thing that happened that is super important. So they have the buy and burn here. So they upped this from, I believe it was 1 BNB to 2 BNB every 10 minutes. So that means that every 10 minutes, tokens are being bought off of the market and they are being burned. So that's amazing because that's what we want to see. When you have a protocol like Dripx, your main enemy is going to be inflation. We've seen it. We saw it happen after day 8. Once all of that Dripx came into the market, it diluted everything. So the more that we can burn and the more that we can lock up via staking, things like that, all of that in together is going to make it where the price of Dripx increases and there's more values for stakers and miners. So these are two major changes that happened as of recently that are going to make it better and more bullish for Dripx in general. So once again, first, the daily cap for the Dripx that's able to be minted for a specific duration has been lowered to 40 billion. It used to be 200 billion. Now it's 40 billion. The second is the buy and burns have been increased to 2 BNB every 10 minutes. So that means 2 BNB worth of tokens is being bought off the market and burned every 10 minutes, which is super bullish. Now with that, I really just wanted to keep you updated with what's going on. Obviously, I'm super excited because my first miner actually ended and I was able to stake that. And you saw how much that increased what my projected staking payouts should be in BNB. So super excited for that because BNB has been pumping recently too. So has Bitcoin. I mean, this is the time to be in protocols to allow you to earn some of those blue chips. And that's what Dripx allows us to do. So hopefully you found this video educational as well as entertaining. Leave your feedback in the comment section below as well. Hit that big subscribe button. We're almost at 3,400 subscribers. We've been killing it recently. So make sure you hit that red button, subscribe to this video so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on within the crypto space and Dripx. Continue to support the social media we have at SCrypto101. That's going to be X, Instagram, as well as TikTok. We're going to start making some more content on there very, very soon. And make sure that you join the Bag Builder Telegram where we talk about everything Dripx related, as well as Pulse Chain, upcoming pre-sales, micro caps, anything that you might want to know that helps us to build our bags. So I'm going to continue to bring you this content, continue to cover Dripx. I'm super invested in this in terms of for the long term. As you see, all of my miners don't end until Thanksgiving. So hopefully this is a good Thanksgiving this year, a good Christmas. And until then, I'm going to continue to cover this and continue to bring you content that helps you to do what's most important right now, and that is building our bags.